I've been gone. No. Okay, no. But I went back, guys, with another episode of our relationship podcast, talking about different dynamics of relationships and different discussions regarding relationships. Please remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I know it's been a minute since I got on the podcast, but I am back in full effect. And starting the next week, I'll actually be coming on at least twice a week for the podcast side of things. And as far as my videos, I will be posting at least once a week for the videos. So that's my new schedule starting next week. And I will be posting that up on my channel as well. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone's healthy and doing okay as they go about their day. I kind of wanted to bring up a brief discussion in regards to, I was listening to this podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with the podcast Grow Zone, with Shawnee Henderson and her husband, Keon Henderson. But they were on the topic of relationships and money. And she made the comment because in their situation, of course, she had money coming into the marriage. He had money he made, coming into the marriage. So they were just discussing budgeting, and she mentioned, like, because she had her own personal money coming in, he had his own personal money, then they had money that they make together now, of course, because they're married. But she was saying with the money that was made prior to them meeting, that like if somebody needed help from that money, like a family member or something like that, and she wanted to give a person some of that money or spend something off of that money, that she don't feel it's a need to say anything about it because that money was money that she had before coming in. Now if it's the money that from the joint account of what they shared, then that's when it's up for discussion. And again, I know everybody do different in their relationships, so I'm not saying that's bad for them. If that works for them, that's fine. But for me personally, I feel like even if it's money that you had coming into the relationship, I feel like once you're committed and married, that money is now both of you guys' money. I don't feel like it's a such thing as she can have a personal account for her and then have one with y'all. I feel like all that income should be shared, and purchases and things should be discussed. So because I think not only does it help, it's not all about the money, it's also about building that trust and confidence in each other as a couple. And the thing is, y'all still can keep up with what each other is spending, because by having a joint account, you're able to see everything, where it's going, where it needs to go. Because I feel like, in a way, kind of, to me, this is just how I'm looking at it. You can agree or disagree. This is just the way I view it. I feel like if you do some shisty stuff, if it don't always have to be, but I'm just saying, I feel like you can more kind of do things that a person may not be aware you're doing with the money, because you have that separate account. They don't know what you're doing with that money. The only money they know you dealing with is the money that y'all have jointly. And I feel like I said, that kind of goes hand in hand with trust. But I feel like it's better showing commitment to the marriage within itself by you sharing the things, even if it's something that you had prior. Because that's just like saying, I guess I compare it to, like, let's say if you had a child before you met this person, and you're no longer with the father of the child, and you end up moving on with your life and marrying somebody, and this child is still young. That's just like almost, to me, as bad as saying, like, oh, you don't have no authority as the step parent over this child, because um he's not biologically yours, or she's not biologically yours. I compare it as that, because I feel like even if you are a stepfather, you still should talk to the parents, and if the other parent is involved, and discuss what would be considered okay for consequences if that kid decides to act up or misbehave. Like that, you can't say, oh, when he's around his stepdad or stepmom, I can't, be a parent to him, because I feel like we teach our kids all the time to respect your elders, long as you they're not telling you to do something that's, will hurt you or do something to you. You supposed to show respect. So how is that showing respect if you tell your kid, just like with the money thing, oh, because this is a kid I had prior to this, you can't say anything about this kid or have a say in this kid, what they do and don't do, because they're just my kid. Like, because, like, again, like with the money, once you come as one flesh, everything becomes ours, not just me. And how can you really say ours if you having things like that set aside, like some cash set aside just for you only? Like, to me, that's like almost like having a backup plan for if something fails. To me, it's kind of feel like you're setting up for if a situation occurs, because you can always, build up more money. But that's my thoughts on that. I want to know what you guys really think about relationships and money, and should you have an account separate from the family that they not able to touch, or should you guys have that shared um expenses and discuss every expense that may be needed to discuss prior to doing so? Definitely let me know what you guys think. Again, remember to like, share, subscribe. I thank everyone who has subscribed and liked the channel, help this channel grow. Please continue to help it grow more. Hope you guys continue to do good today, and I will talk to you guys next week, or probably tomorrow. I'll try to come on again for a little bit. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Again, like, share, subscribe, and peace.